Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Hello, everyone. How are we this evening?
Yep, doing well, thanks, mate.
Chipping along there, Andrew. Chipping along. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. I think the holiday's catching up with me. I'm pretty tired this weekend, but yeah, soldier on. How are you feeling about getting back to some Australian tracks?
Oh,
yeah, good.
Yeah, well, I don't really like this track at all, but it's on the calendar, so you have to live with it, and you just have to race it.
At least they're not Formula One tracks, and I find them Formula One tracks to be a pain in the ass.
Zippy, give us a track.
Oh, no. Okay, well, this is the mighty Sandown. It's a bit over an hour away from where I actually live, but yeah, it's not a track that I've really seen too much. But I know the the Aussie boys sort of love it. All right, you leave the start finishing line and you head to corner one. I like to take it in third. You're sort of trying to break a bit early, sticking to the left and then powering it out of that corner. Very often you can go wide here and hit the ripple strip and spin it and hit the wall there just between turn 1 and 2. Turn 1 and 2, 2 and 3 is the worst part for me. These chicanes, hit it too hard, you see the sparks go flying, and this is where you can really lose control or gain. Coming up to turn 4, you like to get nice and tight, just hitting the ripple strip on the left and getting the car nice and straight and then powering it. Little turn through 5th, it doesn't really phase you too much, coming into 6th and 7th, and this is where you've got to get it right. Braking roughly where there's a bit of sand there on the right-hand side, and then coming down to 4th gear and then trying to power it as much as you can over that ripple strip, over 7, into 8, coming down into 2nd gear through 9. Also a very tight, hard corner. Get it right, you feel good. Get it wrong, and your race is almost over. Turn that little kink in 10, trying to get as close to that ripple strip as possible. Coming into the last chicane, 11 and 12. Once again, this is the part where my right foot shakes and my left foot doesn't know what to do. Trying to get that chicane right, just hitting the curb on 11 and trying to get that car to turn around on 12 nice and straight before you floor it and go past 13 and then past the start finishing line. So usually you're between a 1 minute 7 and 1 minute 10, I reckon, for some of the blokes. So yeah, interesting track, a lot of history.
Wonderfully done. Right, if I can do this right, we'll have a quick look at how the points were going into this round, and then we'll have a look at the grid for tonight.
Yeah, it's sort of very interesting there. Feel like it's really down to a 4-horse race here. It's between Andrew, Brenton, Brian, and Michael, with Brett and Roy outside chances with still 2 races to go. So they're not out of the hunt, but it's starting to become desperate for them. With 2 races to go, they really need great results tonight coming into the last round, which obviously we all know that it's not a drop round, so anything can happen and anything has happened. So it's going to be very tight. Andrew and Brenton doing very well. Brenton hasn't won a race yet, but he's always been there and been very close too. So with Brian and Michael Quain, you just never know what's going to go. But Andrew's been driving like a legend this season.
Yeah, so these points that are up there now, that was going into Thursday night's round 9. It was only with 1 drop round. But hopefully after the race, I'll be able to show you where we're at with 2 drop rounds after 9 rounds. So, yeah, going into, as Zippy said, next week is a non-drop round. So, the points we put up after the race should give us a pretty good idea of where you are at going into that last round.
Well, coming into this race, Brenton's only 6 points behind Andrew, so it's very tight there with Brian Minogue, another 18 behind, 24 behind, and then 35 to Michael, and then a further 90 behind the leader is Brett. So, the guys in 4th and 5th need to really step up and try and crack a win for this race to have a chance for the season.
It certainly is interesting.
So what's the how did the grid line up, Andrew? Look at those old mates and sons cars. Oh, Alex, you have a go, Luke.
Oh, so Alex Pittis on pole with a 108.2, with Michael Quain evening his time for 2nd position. Brett Horsell in 3rd, with Russell Uren in 4th. Matthew Munday in 5th, with Scott McKenzie in 6th. James Broadman in 7th, with Brian Minogue in 8th. Brenton O'Brien in 9th, and Peter Latham in 10th.
Mark?
Edward Fox Edward Fox coming back in for after a long stint out in 11th. Andrew Rushworth in 12th. That's a long way back for Andrew. Andrew Galley in 13th. Justin Wood in 14th. Benjamin Brook in 15th. Bruce McLeod from Shadow Racing in 16th. Roy Clark in 17th. And Jason Dunn in 18th. Just Fletcher Christian in 19th. And Craig Healy rounding out the top 20.
Tim Lawson, woohoo, AJR racer, in 21st. Mark Peck in 22nd. Michael Hayes in 23rd. Ed Cullen in 24th. Glenn Boyce in 25th. Peter Verme in 26th. Robert Crow in 27th. James Cormick in 28th. Michael
Yeah, you got it
Corliss in
right.
29th. Yeah, I had to. I've been practicing all week. Michael Wayne Shepherd in 30th.
Yeah, so we got Mark Dyer himself in 31st, with Aidan Rice in 32nd, Dave Galley in 33rd, with AJ himself in 34th,
Shocking quality.
Todd Martin in 35th, and then we've got Race Control, Ty and Cameron, and Simon Faz has not set a time, as well as Peter Kelleher and Joseph Granshaw.
I believe Simon and Pete had pit lane starts.
Yeah, I assume that's what it was. It was either pit lane starts or rear of grid starts, but I think they were pit lane ones, weren't they?
So we got up front there teammates with identical starting time.
Yes. What they do that by name or by well, it looks like last name. Alex, the first name. You reckon I rating, do you?
Yep.
Okay. Well, Alex is an A. You could have got there.
I hadn't noticed that. Yeah. So they're tied for pole.
Same with third and fourth.
Oh, yeah, interesting. The good to say is Mark.
Either that or SDK's about to rain down hell on us because it's all weird. No, I think it's just yeah.
As Mark alluded to, Edward Fox, welcome return there. Then you've got Brendan O'Brien all the way down at 9th and Andrew Rushworth at 12th. Makes it interesting. Alex and the old mate and sons boys up the front. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting race.
Yeah, it certainly is mixed up.
Yeah, short, fast race. Anything can happen.
Yeah, did you feel that, Luke? You did 49 laps. Did you feel like it was a long day or it was a short day?
Oh, it felt very short.
Yeah, I must admit I did too. After 49, I thought, oh, that's all right. Even though I was still sweating, but yeah, I felt like it was a short day.
Yeah, it was only a 150.
Yeah, I know, but you say 49, it's 49. That's a lot, a lot of laps.
Yeah, but as Dick Johnson would say, it's all around a clothesline.
Yeah. Well, it is.
Nothing about right too.
It is Dandenong, so this race would be just like a normal Friday night on the streets.
Well, that too, and you wouldn't want to leave your car in the car park too long because there wouldn't be too many parts left on it after the race.
No, there wouldn't be many tyres left. But yeah, huge result from the old mates and son boys at the front. It's once again, that's an awesome effort.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Well done to Alex too. He didn't have the best of weeks the week before that, but he's bounced back strong with the pole there, so good on him.
He's definitely a name that I'm going to keep an eye on. I think he's a guy that's going to who's going to really progress and go up that ladder a bit once he gets his racecraft going and gets a few more races under his belt. But yeah, someone I'm going to keep an eye on.
Righto, I think we'll let him go. There's a bit of action there at the start, so I will try and catch as much of it as I possibly can.
Let it rip. Good start by the guys at the front there. Everyone seems to have got off well, nice and clean. Here comes the first turn. What's going to happen here? You can see a few skid marks in the back. Oh, there it goes. Wayne Shepherd's got spun around. He's trying to do the right thing, holding the brakes.
Is that you there, Mark?
Yep, that was me.
Oh, there we go. Oh.
Right. I am. Oh, mate. Yeah, got clean up there too.
We've got a couple around on the start, but it seems like everyone's still going.
So relatively clean for the first lap. No safety cars lead.
Yeah, I must have missed it. I think Tim got mixed up in the bit and back there too, but car looks clean, so no.
Oh, there goes someone in the... Oh, they're going into the pits. Nice damage.
I'm going in for a jump start.
Oh.
Again. I'm not sure what Harrington was going in for. Maybe you drive through too, I'm not sure.
Matty Monday. He's up to 5th. Watching him set some times at Phillip Island today, and he's killing it. So the top team, the top players better look out.
The other driver that went in with me was Kelly.
Andrew Gary.
Yeah, I think we both jumped the start. We both got in.
James Boardman, another bloke to look out for in the future. I think he's another one that's going to rise through the ranks. Straighten that dent in that fence.
Had a buff out.
Tightly compact still. A few people have made a few positions up in the first couple of laps.
Yeah, Aiden's done well to come up front.
Brett Horstel as well. He's got into second spot. Got past Michael.
Yeah, a bit of a gap between second and third there.
Seem to be behaving very well at the moment.
I think Pete Latham's starting to find his feet again too. He's come back up from, well, he's dropped from split 2, but yeah, he's had a few bad rounds.
Didn't he have help with his setup?
Yeah, his son John Latham come round and fixed up his rig for him and got some things sorted out for him, and yeah, so he's coming to terms with that.
But I'm just looking at all the names. There's huge amount of talent there. Maybe not Ron Clark, but you know, there's guys there that have raced for ages.
Oh, look, he's in the chat too.
Of course he is. That's what I was saying, wasn't it?
We've got Andrew Rothworth just out of the top 10. He's trying to push his way up.
Yeah, I think he'll be keeping an eye on the telemetry there and the relative of where Duncan O'Brien is. So just to try and make sure that he sticks as close as he can.
We'll have to wait and see. Anyone thinks they're getting held up and pits early.
Your delivery looks good, Andrew. Andrew just saying he's happy with the way his green-eyed monster tribute livery turned out.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, that'd be right, Roy, but with the setup this week, it was the worst thing I'd ever driven, so what can I say?
It was an amazing setup. It drove really well.
Yeah,
Yeah, you tell him, Luke.
yeah. I don't know. I did my first lap and I went over that last chicane over the whistle strip and I hardly felt the whistle strip. And I thought, wow, this is so much easier than the previous Gen 2 setup that we had. So yeah, I quite liked it. But I mean, there's not the difference is that I didn't drive any other setup to compare it with. But yeah, straight off the bat, I quite liked it.
I just wouldn't accelerate out on the back straight, light up the wheels. If you got it wrong off the curb, it was going to spit you into the wall. There was a lot of things that could be fixed up on it. And I hope the setup builder starts to take a lot of this stuff on board.
That's not the way he wanted to go. That's taking it.
Well, he's a nice one to slow down.
Oh, he's powered it out. Oh, no, he's pulled over.
He's got a failure.
Oh, that's right. I remember hearing him on the radio. He had a hardware failure, and then he got it right. It came right again.
Oh, is that the black screen?
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, black screens are sitting up. They did well to pull it over there.
Yeah, it's
He hasn't hit anything, like he went through the grass, but didn't never hit a wall or a car or anything like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's why my teammate said, "Oh, look, car parked against the wall. It could be a safety car." And he goes, "You might as well take a stab at this, Mark." So I did, and yeah, it wasn't a good idea to go in and do a pit stop.
well, he's right up there in the championship, so that's not the last thing that he would have wanted tonight in that race.
But it has been happening a lot.
Lucky.
It has been happening a lot, though. A lot of people having black screen issues.
Yeah, Brett also was saying that he liked the setup. It just shows because he's sitting in second spot, so obviously he really must have liked it.
I really enjoyed this track actually. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I must admit it's hard not to like it when you pick up one spot for the first lap. It's not lucky. I popped out the other side. I thought, wow, I didn't touch anything there. 9 spots, thanks.
Yeah, it's always good when you can get those. And Pete's up 10.
I like how he can really bounce off the curves. Felt good stable.
Every week there's always a shot with Tim and Andrew racing in the future.
Yeah, see, I think Tim started in 21st, I started in 34th, so just the way their first lap was, I ended up in front of them.
Yeah, we've got a guy going into the pits.
The two AJR cars chasing down Robertsburg.
Yeah, Tim's probably had a bit of unlucky this season, but he's shown in the practice sessions that he can set some fast times, so we're looking forward to next season for Tim. We think that he will really start to improve.
Yeah, well said, mate. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, all I was just hoping was that Andrew could stay in front of Tim a little longer just so we could get that little 1.52 second gap being a lap down.
Yeah,
That's the thing with this track, it's so easy to get a lap down, and especially in, like, some quite often the enduro races around here, and once you lap down, it's hard work, isn't it?
we've got a old mate and son's gone into the pit.
Yeah, Fletcher Christian and Scott McKenzie are in there at the moment.
Yeah, it's a track that you can sort of guarantee there's going to be a safety car, but if it doesn't become one and you're a lap down, it's like you feel like you're
Yeah, I was starting to feel that way when I come out, and I thought, oh, Jesus, I'll never listen to my teammates again. But yeah, I knew there'd be a safety car somewhere, and then this track just breezed them.
Yeah, we still got Brett all over the back of Alex.
Yeah, doing well.
I know there've been a few pit stops by now, but yeah, see, I was a happy man at this stage, up 15 spots, 19.
Oh, your wife came home too, so I think would have been a happy man. Yeah, like I said, it's old mate and sons have really got their name on the front of the grids and a lot of the splits, and yeah, player 1, 2 there with Brendan Satiric, ripping us in the split 4, and Brett's doing well here, and they've got Ed Fox, a past winner in split 2 of a race. So yeah, it's good to see some of these other teams getting their way up to the front.
I just think the whole community as a whole, it's just good to see how healthy it is, I reckon. So, yeah, there's probably things that they're up every now and then, but name a group of 200 people, competitive people that it doesn't once in a while. I think we do a pretty good job around there. Everything's, friendly.
Yeah, look, I must admit there's a lot more banter, a lot more guys going in each other's rooms after the race and, saying good stuff. And
yeah, I've noticed that too. I mean, I don't do it so much myself because of the time difference, but it's good to see that, yeah. So, as you say, just friendly banter.
Yeah, I heard Luke was the Thursday night hall going into everyone's rooms and saying congratulations and offering support.
Thanks, Epi.
That's all right, but they appreciate it, so it's good. Quaney's come in and said well done to the boys in our chat, and it's good. It's really nice to see.
Yeah, I got a visit from James after the race the other night. He apologised for running up the back of me on lap 1, so yeah, it's good to see the boys are coming.
Hey Bruce, how are you?
Oh no.
Just use your teeth, be
Well,
a man.
Oh, I could use
That-
the edge of the desk, but
That's payback for someone to do pit stop.
well, we'll see how you end up with
Oh, Bruce McLeod's up. You know, he's up 5 spots. It's well done. His first season back for a while.
Yeah, it's starting to finally find a place. Still needed a little bit more in quality. That was the last couple.
Yeah, you got Andrew all over the back here.
No, that's not me. That's Pete Latham. That's Pete is finally having a good run. I'm just behind this pack with Mr. Rushworth.
Oh, yep. You got a pack chasing you down.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
Rushy's car. It reminds me of the AU of what's his name? Lowndes.
Craig Lowndes. Very nice.
Looks
As
good.
he jumps in the pits, this is interesting. Mr. Rushworth went in when I was lap 15. So a couple of started 5 years early. So what I was personally thinking was I had no one really.
Whoa, Fox. Fox on the run. Anyone know
Fox
that
on the
one?
run.
Bit too much of the curb.
Yeah.
So I saw that happen right in front before the pace safety car might be coming out. But don't like getting trapped. So I like just diving in straight away because then you can get trapped up in the safety car.
And also on this track too, the cars can be so much spread out that you don't get much of a window to get back on.
Yeah. And so what's interesting is the safety car hasn't been called yet, and Mr. Rushworth has already gone in. So that's one thing.
Ooh, this could work to his advantage really well.
He'll sit there for a while and wonder what he's doing.
I reckon he's probably calling for a tow.
Is Mark ready?
Yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere.
Everyone's starting to jump in the pits.
Yeah. He's been there for a while.
Queenie's in, Ed's in, Pete Vermain, Pete Latham, Robert Crow.
And you'd be thinking at this stage they're going to be a safety car and you get your lap back?
Safety car's coming out now.
Yep. Get my lap back.
Yeah, all of the top runners are jumping in the pits now. Ooh. Who's behind the safety car?
To be honest, I nearly crapped myself. I nearly drove through him in the pits. But I got the call straight away to go around him, so it was handy.
Oh, Ed's just saying on the chat that his engine went, so he couldn't move, couldn't crawl.
I don't want to jinx myself, but I've heard so many people saying about engines going with the new cars, and I haven't done one yet. But I shouldn't say that because I'll probably do it next week, and it really matters.
Yeah, they definitely go pop a bit easier, and that sort of I think reflects real life in actually production-based engines.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I just I've got a nasty habit of double downshifting at times, and I keep expecting to have an engine go pop, but it hasn't happened yet. So maybe I'm too soft on my gear. I'll have to start abusing it more.
But yeah, I did one in practice in turn one, and I did a couple of engines in practice and downshifting.
Yeah, we got Matthew out in front.
Because I thought I was aggressive, and then I jumped on in car during the 60s race and watched Jim Cameronis do that. Oh my god. It's working for him.
It definitely is.
So Zippy, I heard you make a comment before about not trying many setups.
Well, I don't try any other setup except for Jamie's one. So it's just me.
What I would say is,
I'm pretty much the same too. I've got the VRS ones there, but I just stick to the obvious ones.
So what I'd recommend, if you can do this out, even do it after the race, because we've got the last race coming up, is Mr. Latham has made a setup, which is, when you jump in it, you know, you can tell it's a Latham setup. And you really feel different. So I'd say, I recommend give that a crack and try the vet setup and try the iRacing setup as well. And just get in a private session and just jump across all three and just sort of feel the difference. And if you can't feel the difference, then you probably need to tweak your gear so you can feel the difference.
Yeah, they're saying out there that you need to turn McLeod's mic up, Andrew.
Well, I'll turn McLeod's mic up, don't worry. I'll do that. Because my software tends to... Oh, look at that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be at your end, Bruce, because I was going to say something. You were quieter than everyone else, but...
So, how much do you try and tell it not to? A Macintosh loves to turn
there's one bloke out there saying turn Bruce's microphone up, and there's 400 out there saying
turn it off.
All the wave around still going?
Yep.
So did Andrew come back in and do a second pit stop?
I don't know. Get the magic man to bring up his magic overlay and have a look.
Magic man, can you please put on your magic overlay? So Luke, how would you describe yourself? Yeah, well, people. funny we should mention that. People have always described me described me as like a 4-letter word. That word starts with C, has a U in it, and has a T in it, and that word is cute.
After the pictures I seen last week on the Discord, I don't know about that.
It's like the joke about, what starts with F and ends in UCK, fire truck.
Well, and you still remember it.
Yeah, well, Bruce is not as old as us.
No.
So AJ, can you just jump on Andrew Rushworth for a second whilst the wave round happens? Because we can look at the relative and see how many stops.
Welcome to safety car Ed. I needed my lap back, so thanks, mate.
So we've got James Cormick and Michael Hayes. They've both done 2 stops. Michael McLean.
Wayne Clark's done 2, Wayne's done 2.
Yeah, he has done 2. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't find it. What was it?
So that's 30 laps on one set of tyres.
Doable though.
Yes, I was listening to Split 4 podcast last night, and John was thinking about going in very early and get the second stop out of the way very quick, just so he can try and make up some time in case safety cars come out.
Yeah. So Michael Crane's also done both the stops.
Yeah. So one stop is definitely doable here if our rules have been allowed. So there's always a way of can I run it. The one stop if you load. So I'm guessing most cars. Well, actually, I'm going to ask the question. I'm not going to say. AJ, how much fuel did you take on the first time?
40.
Was that on the safety car?
Yep. Yeah, it was just did it just then.
Because Mark, because of the awesome strategy called by your teammate, you were running full.
Absolutely. I topped Well, actually, I put about. I don't remember that. I think it was about 70 litres, 80 litres into it.
Yeah, I put 70 in.
And splash and dash at the end there.
There goes the safety car, peeling away. Matthew Monday has the run of the field and he's up 4 spots. Russell Irwin, who's also had a stellar season so far, 2. Alex Kiddis down 2, and Peter Latham up 6. And then Brett's gone down 2 spots to 5th after the safety car.
Nice jump by Mr. Monday.
Yeah, Peter's one of those guys where I know the name, but I've never really, had much racing with. I remember John more than Peter.
Yeah.
Want you to talk louder, Bruce.
Really? How's this?
Ooh, sexy.
I'll move the microphone from the side to the front.
He's got a good start there. I just love the way the cars look now with you can really see them bouncing around and exaggerating the slides and all that. It looks really good.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks, Bill.
Simon Faz up 23. Hayden Ross.
That wider stance and lower to the ground, they do much better than the other one.
Yeah, Faz was a pit lane start.
Yeah, Jason Dunn, I like his new car. I talked to him in practice the other night and the officials, and quite like it. So I'm starting to get used to it.
Faz has also done his 2 stops as well, so Faz is actually straight.
Yeah, he's one of those guys when he was doing split 2 where he had a very good racing brain. He knew when to go past the pits and as the safety car's called, go past the pits and then come in the next lap. I took my hat off to him a few times where he just jumped up 5 or 6 spots just by being race smart.
He does 43 laps on tyres.
So the only thing I'm not sure about Faz is because Faz did a pit lane start, I think that counts as a spot, so that's the case.
Okay.
True, yeah.
Matty Monday doing a 108 low across the line, set the fastest lap.
Peter Vermey is doing an awesome job with 19.
Oh, Andrew's being a funny bugger out there. He's saying, the cars are loud, but don't turn them down. The boy from Sunbury. Are you from Sunbury, Andrew? Or do you live in Sunbury?
Yes, at this point, there was a little battle going on between myself and Quaney and Shep. I'm sort of thinking, how are they back there? Interesting.
Oh, that's a spin.
There was a couple of 360s there.
I remember seeing the smoke not going wide.
You didn't have it there.
So did you fill up as well, Bruce?
I put 73 in, so I left enough just to cover off a tyre stop.
Yeah, I think there must have been a lot to that. I was tricking around in 19th or something after that pit stop because I only put 40 in, but then I basically put another 40 in the second stop and simply going backwards then.
But I did a lot of long run testing with a full tank, so I knew that you could do a full tank. I could do like a 9, no problem. And do so basting was all out of the car. And actually, in fact, I think it went a bit better with a bit more weight in the rear because it got a bit more traction coming out of the straights. But so fair shot.
Yeah, once again, it was the track and the car. A lot of us in our team, the track was that you felt your second qualifying lap was your best one. The tyres seemed to have got a lot better, and you had a lot more grip. And so, the second lap was the one we were aiming for.
Yeah. So here I know that Queenie's a lot faster than me, so I'm not trying to fight him. So I'm thinking, if he gets close enough, I'll let him past. Because we're definitely having a few attacks down the last corner. Down from the last speed or the tight one?
That's the last one.
Yeah, so he was definitely attacking to Dandenong, so I was definitely having to position the car to keep him at bay.
I'm surprised with the track now that there's not a whole bunch of commission houses in the middle.
This is a horse race track.
Oh, get a little bit of land, they'll do anything. Just a few tents put up.
Nah, it's not far away. The residents do nothing but just complain about the noise levels.
My hometown used to have a car racing track and a horse racing track years and years ago, like back in the 60s and 70s.
It's a popular thing to do.
I think one thing the government needs to do, and it's a real problem for Imola as well as some of it happens everywhere, and also Laguna Seca. There's residents that move in knowing that the track is there and are trying to push it down.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same with Western Spring Speedway up in Auckland. It's surrounded in houses now, but the track was there a long time with all the houses. Yeah, so you don't like the sound of the Speedway cars, why buy a house next door to the Speedway track?
It's very common. Sure, it can't be new tracks. It's also, I think, the Eastern Creek design. It's very clever. The track is surrounded by cars going into the kitty litter.
Oh.
And getting a little bit
Oh.
Is it Tim? I can't say.
Yeah, it's Tim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Tim. Yeah.
Oh, so Tim, no, Tim got a nudge.
Helping hand.
He was trying to get out of the way.
I don't recognise Tim with those colours, Mark, and you'll know why.
Someone else parked there too.
The pre-dressed. Slight little bit of damage there.
So Money Monday's opened up to almost a second gap.
Oops, missed that. It's very peak.
Oh, he's probably not upset you missed it. Yeah, Pete got a little tap going into high speed. Lane and Chip can pass over.
Oh.
It's one thing that I try and do when I race to I'm actually racing. And if someone, and I don't just mean in a race, I also mean in a championship, right? So, two things. One is at Bathurst 12 Hour, he did me a big solid and let us go through. He was in the same split as us, but also he's the championship leader. So I just, my chair, I don't have a championship run at all, so I'm just not going to fight him. Get out of his way.
That's very noble of you, Bruce.
It's particularly when your fuel strategy is different. I notice a lot of people will fight every car that's behind them, as opposed to just playing the longer, more strategic game.
And that's my opinion, because he's in the battle for the championship. So if something happens...
Yep. Exactly, don't want to be that guy.
You
Even-
remember the guy
Even Jamie's got in there going, car volume's good, turn Andrew and Bruce up.
Nah. Because I think if I remember the last time we were here at Sandown, that's what it was. There was a driver that turned up. It was at the very front of the kid. It was his first race of the season. And I remember making a comment as race control saying, there is a championship on the line here because this was the last round of last season. The season before. And I said, just be mindful of that and don't get the industry for one race and don't give away the championship. But of course, the collision happened and it affected the championship.
Yeah. What track was that?
Last time we were here.
Oh, okay, because I remember a while ago another track where came down to the last race and there was an incident and the leader who was leading the championship ended up being fourth or something.
Yeah.
But that's some say you're out there to race. You're out there to race. I try and stick near Nick Hessler, so because he does his stream, so I know I can watch myself on his stream.
You can always stream yourself and watch it back, Zippy, or watch it replay.
You've never seen me with a computer. You would know that I could never stream.
Can you turn iRacing on?
I can turn iRacing on, but
That's about it.
Andrew gets very shocked about how limited amount. Oh, here we go.
Speaking of, here we go. He's the man who's currently leading, Mr. Monday.
Good evening, gents.
You had a good show of pace here at Sandown. You're out to just about a second lead, mate. Well, we just lost 2 tenths, so something's happened.
I'm very fond of, so usually go okay here.
So I don't know if you noticed, you probably wouldn't have seen it, but Mr. Quain was ahead of us, and then now Mr. Quain is behind us. He's pushing really hard. And then we managed to all just pile past him. He lost 3 cars in one corner. And so here I'm lifting to let Mr. Rushworth past. Just going to slot him behind him. Also, I thought.
Big dive.
Oh!
So yeah,
people gained
Mr.
out of
Korolev. I jump on Mike Korolev right now. AJ, because we're still sitting there, and there's more action coming. Jump on Mr. Korolev.
I'm trying.
Yeah, Mike and I were in the same Discord. Mike jumped in the Discord. Channel. We were sitting there side by side trying to get back on. There's action coming back on.
You're showing some good pace at late time. Yeah, I think.
The way you've got to drive the Gen 3 car probably suits more my style than say the Gen 2. It's a bit more of a driver's car. It's just sort of funny how some people are taking to it. It's seat time as well. I just had more seat time.
I've seen your early time at these guys better watch out because you're flying.
Yeah, I think that was a no breathe, a no blink. Everything happened right lap, that one.
That was an awesome time.
Yeah, no, I'd shocked myself actually. Because the other night I was struggling to get into the 32s and then did the...
Kelly's gone off the track?
So, no, enjoying it at the moment. It's,
I think he's done an engine as well.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, doesn't it? When you're 100%. Enjoying it, you can just relax and don't get stressed about the Thursdays and stuff. You just look forward to it.
No, it makes a real difference.
strategies into it. People hit it twice already.
Well, this sort of level sets now. This is interesting because what this does is that puts all the drivers that had only done one stop can now get the second stop. So that's both cars under the safety car. And they get tyres that will be fresh, whereas those that are the two stoppers will have track position, but will have 10, 12 lap older tyres. So.
Yeah, they'll cool down for a couple of laps, but I've never driven that many laps on one set to know. Maddie's in. They're all coming in. Safety car has been called.
Actually didn't find the tyre deck too bad. Did quite a few race runs through the week. I don't know what you guys thought about that, but
That should be a penalty right there.
Like going past the safety car.
Yep.
If it was anything like the first safety car, because I came out right behind it out of the pits and they called me around it straight away, so maybe he already had a call, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I can't remember. So there I am, fourth in the queue, lap down at this
We've got 16 fresh tyres. Andrew's got 16-year-old tyres. 6-lap-old tyres on.
Yeah, that worked out beautifully for you, Mr. Monday, didn't it?
it did. There was a couple of times where it actually worked out good.
Same as Brenton and Russell, they've managed to be still right up the front with a brand new set of tyres.
Yeah, sometimes the cars fall your way. And sometimes they don't. I guess that's just the same as, you think you've got a particular strategy set out, and then you have to change it, go to plan B during the race.
Yeah, I've written software that's in SimHub, so I literally have 4 buttons. Strat A, Strat B, Strat C, Strat D.
Doesn't sound like you.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Bruce would have a label on his steering wheel saying steering wheel.
I think he has, yeah.
Got a little build project I've already started on. I like to have one build project sort of every year. And last year it was putting seatbelt tensioners on my rig, and this year it's going to be a Gen 3 steering wheel. So
Nice.
Yeah, I don't mind the look of the MPI wheel.
It does look nice, doesn't it?
So I've got one of them coming. I've got all the buttons and stuff coming in from China because they're heaps cheaper from China. I'm also going to put Fanatec shifters on the back, but they don't come from Fanatec. They come from a company called Simube and cost $100 for the advanced brake paddle module.
This will be interesting with Roy on older tyres in front of Brenton. They're both well known to make it very hard for anyone to pass them.
Yep.
Yeah, if you get past Brenton, you're doing a good job already.
I reckon you could get past Roy as well.
Well, yeah, that's it.
So hats off to all the boys at the front of the field because they definitely call the strategy perfectly.
Someone knows you well, Matty. They're saying it's your birthday.
Oh, who's that, I wonder?
Well, happy birthday, mate.
Thanks. Was that Paul Warwick by any chance?
Just says Sarge Motorsports in gaming.
Sarge. Oh, yeah. No worries, Peter. It's not actually my birthday, but thank you.
No, it's not till Monday.
No, 23rd November if you want to give me a present, but yeah. That's original. Well done. Good job. Thanks, Macca. That's a bit of a fishy thing, that is. When someone's on a broadcast, it's always their birthday.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, this is starting to sound familiar. I thought it was deja vu or something. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think we've seen it before, AJ.
I'm just sitting here itching, waiting for my green flag. There I go.
There you go, look out.
Has Andrew Galley
Right,
done his
season.
2 stops?
Don't think so.
So, do any of the guys in your team, Bruce, call you Prince?
Look
Nope.
at that, he's done 2 stops.
Purple livery, purple.
Nope. They Johnny Latham's where the purple come from. It's talking about there was talk of starting to call me Goose because A, I die a lot this season anyway, and B, because I'm a pretty good wingman when I'm sitting in calling strategy for people. So
Happy birthday, Jamie McKnight.
yeah.
There's no way Jamie's 66.
No, he's not 66.
Have you seen
Holy
it?
shit.
Looks about 32.
Yeah.
He can afford the Botox and the hair products.
Yeah. Probably got the brain of a 66-year-old though, haven't you, Jamie?
Please don't upset me too much. He's on my team.
Yeah, close to 80,
80.
Jamie. They're close.
Well, you're with the godfather of...
Every day's your birthday,
yeah.
Jamie.
I'm going to say, Mark, you're the godfather of vets, so...
Yep.
And I've got cat food there.
By the way, I just got to say, whilst Jamie's in chat and he's listening, a friend of my daughter's, her brother fell asleep at the wheel and rode off her Mazda. They bought a new one, and they told me after they bought it that they got really good service from a certain dealership. And I said, let me guess, West End Motor Group. And they went, yep. So, definitely recommend if you're in the market for a Mazda, go talk to Mr. McKnight.
I think Paddo bought a car off him once.
Or
I
you
think
could
there's-
also
I
get
think
a
there's
noise.
a few guys that gone up to him.
I'm still
That'd be
waiting for
good.
Jamie McKnight to offer me an overpaid job so I can move my Australian wife back home to be with the grandkids in their later years.
Yeah, well, McKnight said he was going to buy me a DD wheel and pedals, but I'm still waiting on that too. I've already got the DD wheel McKnight, so don't worry about that.
Macca says a lot of things.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't say he ever said anything about it. I was just
But he
being
probably
hopeful.
he probably
No,
sold him
maybe-
he probably gave him a good deal, Bruce, because he hasn't sold a car in probably 20 years.
Just about ready to hit off to go again.
Now it's on.
Nice jump.
So I want to give a shout out to Mr. Galley down the back because he tried to let me pass under the safety car. This went green, he just jumped out of the way. Props to Dave.
13 laps to go.
Now, how did Roy make up 14 spots?
Good strategy. So I think for this split, the God strategy was to have pitted before. Oh, maybe not. We'll see. It's Monday, but what got all the boys up in front was they pitted before the first safety car. So to do the undercut strategy, and then they pitted when the safety car came out. So they had to respond to that.
You know, I'd put it on both the
Yeah.
safety cars.
Yeah. So that's how Mr. Rushworth, Roy Clark, Andrew Galley, Michael Quain, Craig Healy are all up there.
Yeah, Andrew Galley doing an awesome job.
And not that I'm crying over spilled milk, but with Quain in 11 size should have been at around 14, 11, 12. Give or take. But on to the next one.
There's always next week.
Until the week after when there isn't.
And then it's only a few weeks away, so. Yeah.
Well, we can pretty much predict that Roy Clark's not going to win this race because one, he doesn't have the pace, and there's a shitload of faster drivers behind him. So,
Where's Mr. Dial, Mr. McKnight? Where is Mr. Dial at this point? He did an early stop because I told him to. And so he was just double lap
And went a lap down.
damage. So he's trying to dig his way back.
How'd that go for you, Mark?
copped a little damage too from the turn one. Well, I won't say instant, it was just there. Everyone had disappeared from the car that was there, and I didn't know there was one still parked there. So that cleared all that shit for me as well. So, but yeah, starting down the back of the field was pretty much last, Jamie, for most of the race because the setup was a turd, and I didn't like it at all. So, but I worked my way back. I do what I usually do.
Mr. Dial didn't like the setup.
I know, it's the first time I've heard that, AJ.
I did do what I usually do, and I kept it on the black stuff for the most part. I don't know what was there. I was a long way back. I don't know where everyone else was, but I was well down in the low 60s.
I was 63.8.
I had mine maxed out forward.
Okay.
There you go, Mark.
I normally go 2.0 higher than Jamie has it, my setup, and I could only get to 1.5 higher this week.
So there you go. Jamie in chat, setup was a dog.
I know it was. You don't have to tell me that twice.
Probably not.
We know who they do.
No, I was a 62.
Sheep. You should get it himself. Sheepdog.
You're going to see a lot more Mustangs next season. I think most of Shadow Racing is going to swap over.
I believe it's going to be the case in the game. Good to see.
Where's engine and everything?
I wouldn't mind trying the Camaro.
Hold.
I correct myself. It's only a game. It's only a game.
Oh, calm down.
Oh, you're going to get hit now. You're going to get hit.
As most of you know, I'm a staunch Ford man, but I'm actually jumping in a Camaro next Sunday to do the Alliance Enduro with my son.
So you've finally seen the lot.
Yeah, I'm jumping.
Yeah, he's going to light it. Set it on
Yeah, he's
fire.
going to be sitting there
the
going,
other day, and to be honest with you, I didn't feel uncomfortable in it. Yes, the exhaust note's slightly different, like it should be, but I couldn't find too much difference. To be honest, I only did about 10 laps, but yeah, I felt comfortable straight away, so I said
must
to
you
my
just
son,
see out the window?
let's just run your car.
Everyone tells me the Mustang's got a better view.
Oh, that might be the case. I just didn't find it a problem, that's all, so yeah.
But, AJ, why is your pit guy just standing there? Like,
I
get
don't
paid
pay
for
him enough to move.
do you make them clock in and clock out every time they go to pit lane, so he's going to stay out there to be paid?
Oh, you should see what he makes us do before a race.
Yeah, you do. That's just the pit crew. I look after those guys. You should see what I do with my drivers.
So we all have to learn
Hang on. There's breaking news in chat. Apparently, I've signed with the Blue Moon Racing Team, the new woke iRacing team.
Andrew makes us sing the New Zealand national anthem just before we practice.
I thought it was Baba Black Sheep.
I think it's more just the case of John Latham switching, and I can't be bothered having to do extra drop downs to look at his planetary every week, Jamie. That's the real truth of it. I must admit, I was a bit of a die-hard Dick Johnson supporter growing up. My first car was a Ford Escort, but then I bought a VL Holden and really enjoyed that car. So, a lot of love for Larry Perkins and what he used to do with engineering focus and for driving community.
Coming up the lap track at traffic now, it's always gets on their mind going, oh, how do we get around them?
Yeah, come on. After the certain race course in its third crash, I started calling it Elvis because it had so many hits. And it ended up being a donor car. Its engine went into an escort restoration that someone else was doing. Wish I kept it.
14 is the Jazz Lee.
XE?
TE.
Yeah.
Yeah, TE.
And I ripped the 4-cylinder at it and put the alloy 250 crossbar.
Of course you did.
Big lock.
Yeah, I had one of them with the 250 cross, so they were mean as shit.
A lot of power with no weight.
Oh, God, they were so quick.
Speaking of power and no weight, there's an LS swapped Toyota GR86 in there.
Piece on the track, I reckon.
Yep. That race 86 is the track.
There's a little bit of chatter out there for Roy Clark from Jaden. He's doing really well. He's pulled away 2 seconds on Brenton, and that's with old tyres.
Putting a lot of pressure over Andrew, man.
Yeah, I've been looking up the tyres, not they said to follow that much speed. About here when I started filling his wheels a little bit, so.
I was going to say, if there's a gap in incidents, AJ, we're good to go and watch the game. I'm guessing there's something happening. Oh, nice move.
Aiden out into the weeds.
Into the rice paddocks.
So Ed, being the ever consummate teammate that he is, jumped out of my way. I thought it was faster.
Not that you probably mentioned that in the chat room, I think, saying, get out of my way, Ed.
No, not at all. Like, he's super respectful.
You didn't go, my name's Bruce, or Crusoe Mighty, or, there can only be one.
Nope, there's no team orders, there's just two players. I don't know what AJR's like.
Yeah, no, Andrew won't let Tim pass him.
Who pays the bills? Get behind me. So being only generally 2 tenths away, Matty, how did you find?
Oh, here we go, Andrew.
How did you find the view of the racetrack?
They're pretty big cars, these.
Yeah, I know they are.
You lose a lot of vision compared to the Gen 2.
That's a shame with Kelly there, because he was doing really well. And Broadman's race as well.
Oh, so that's how Mr. Greenshaw got round in there.
Whoa.
See, the old cars, that car would have stayed in there, right?
Yeah.
There they go.
Definitely improved everything.
We jump on board with Monday's view and see. Unless there's more carnage coming.
Where's Rory gone?
He's at P5.
He's
So
dropped down.
Russell.
Must
Yeah.
have happened.
Britton and Russell got in pie.
So this is what I mean. It's like, where's the brake mark? I don't know. Where's the corner? Oh, I can see that apex. This one, nah, that's
It's
optional.
back there somewhere.
Oh! Did that
I
get
believe we have
past?
a change in the lead.
Oh. Massive pushback.
Saw that happen in the standings.
A little bit of moment on the throttle.
There was a bit of, just stay out there, please.
So Andrew, if you're still in chat, I guess that was you running out of tyres on exit. On the straight.
Yeah, you could sort of see he was struggling a bit. Obviously, he's changing his lines and all that sort of stuff, which is fair play. So,
And Andrew's saying it's about now that his tyres were protesting.
You said that about 5 laps ago, Mark. Mr. Van Ree.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are we?
Hey, John.
Drop in and remind everybody to get their entries in. 5 o'clock Tuesday. Sorry, 5 o'clock.
I thought it might be one of those performance reviews for your broadcaster. Is this when you tell me the bad news about next season?
No, that's why I'm here, AJ.
Yeah, I thought he'd hand it over to someone like you, Bruce.
He likes being a good cop.
Can't be anything bad when you got Matty Monday and Zippy Zeal in here.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to say,
Take it easy.
I'm just looking around. Marty Sheargull's not in here, is he?
No, he's not. Look at that gap. That just shows you what fresh tyres does.
Yeah.
Isn't that something that Marty Sheargull said? Look at the gap.
I think you said everything else but that. But yeah,
Hey, the good thing I noticed this afternoon when we actually went looking for my league invite, it's now in the notifications at the top of the UI. There's a nice little drop down where you can just click on the big green button that says accept.
Are you sure you got a season 23 league invite?
I'm pretty damn sure.
I thought they went missing in the mail.
Yeah. Thought you said he was going to.
Hang on, what league did you sign me up for?
The wacky races.
How good is this Matty Monday fella? Like, seriously. Proved he had it last season in Split 4. Here he is now, absolutely rocking it. Got lucky again, just like in Split 4, with Russell Uren absolutely botching the strategy.
I was actually having a good chat to him at in the practice session at Phil Island today. So we're reminiscing about the old days in Split 4.
Let me tell you about the warning he got from the Popo this afternoon.
No.
For driving his ship.
Yeah, I think he was a very lucky boy.
Very, very lucky.
Yeah. Clearly didn't catch him doing what he was doing about 5 seconds earlier.
What I'm a bit more worried about is you've got Rushworth, which I expect Rushworth to be in P2. This bloke in P3 is absolutely shocking me as well. This Brenton O'Brien fella, he is a dead set, should be a Split 4 driver. I reckon he would struggle to even be in the same postcode as Ray Smith and Brendan Zatera. And it just goes downhill from there. Roy Clark. I'm sorry, but I'm going to call for it. Like, we called in Split 4. We reckon Marty was driving for Pato and Quali. I just want to know, is Shervo Jones driving for Roy Clark tonight? That's all I really want to know.
Is that what you think?
Well, obviously you're on the committee, John, so why don't you just do a special request for telemetry from him?
He would know. He works for Telstra, so he knows all about telemetry. Kidder's doing well. Yeah,
Well, Zippy, we would ask for a fuel sample from your car, but there's never any fuel in it, so.
The Kiddis has solved. I see Kiddis has solved the blue flags being in P4.
Yeah.
He put it on pole this week, so yeah.
I'll tell you what, watching Kiddis in the over 60s, he is going to be a star, that bloke. That's all I'm going to say. But this guy here, he is coming into the penultimate corner on the final lap. He's about to take the last corner. It is the one and only Matthew Monday from Gippsland, hanging out on the beach in Paynesville, coming across the line, making it look extremely easy with Andrew Rushworth behind. Brenton O'Brien is going to bring it home in P3. I think wrong. Kiddis, Clark, Scott McKenzie, a great job. And, of course, OG Healy home in 7th. Rusty Uren from Waco, Texas. If anyone wants to go check out his profile pic when you get to it, go do your history on what happened in Waco. Pete Vermey from Nowra sitting in 9th. Fletcher Christensen from Old Mates and Sons in 10th. M1 Peck from M1 Racing in 11th. Toddy Martin home in 12th. Up 25 spots is the Simon Farrington, who started in pit lane. James Boardman in 14th. hasn't signed up for next season. Brian Minogue in 15th. Robbie Crow, the Foss, Pete Latham, Glenn Boyce. Tell you what, keep an eye on his young bloke. His young bloke at the moment in EKS Karts is absolutely carving it up in South Australia. Going to skip the next bloke. I don't know who he is, but Ben Brook comes home in 20th. Great drive.
Done well to finish in 19th.
21st, Jason Dunn. 22nd, Michael Quain. What's going on there? You boys have been telling me Quain has been winning everything. So is this a bit of sandbag?
Well, you had been.
That'll be a pit lane penalty for a little bit of contact on turn 1.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it might have been a bit of sandbagging going on. I can see good sandbagging when it happens. Cormick. Andrew Johnson in 24th.
Is that in sprint 4, John?
Peter Kelleher up in 26th. Michael Hayes is 27th. Bruce McLeod nowhere. Tim Lawson in 29th. Yeah. Great job in RC when he did it. 30th, Aidan Rice. Ed Cullen. He's definitely got those batteries working in 31st. Wayne Shepherd in 32nd. Moses Corraleaf all the way back in 33rd. So not sure what's going on there. Something's changed since I've last looked at these boys. Joseph Grenshaw, 34. Andrew Galley, 35th. Rocking the number 15 still. Justin Wood tucking in 36th. Ed Fox, Dave Galley, Cam White gets a mention, an honourable mention for driving the safety car.
He did
Well done, John. Thank you.
Matt,
I reckon,
is that your first race, first win?
Nah, second. But I'll just make out the chat. Macca reckons we should do 10 rounds at Sandown every season. I reckon you're onto something there, McKnight.
Yes, the old McKnight dictating the terms again.
Yeah. Yeah, no, second win.
The first win for the season, though, isn't it?
Oh, this season, yeah.
I know what Mark Dole's going to say. Let's do 10 rounds at Sandown so that McKnight can get the setup right, but I'm not going there.
Yeah, well, that would be a great idea. Like, absolutely fabulous. We could do a 10-lap sprint before every round at Sandown.
Anyway,
you might actually get it right.
Anyway, I've come in to gate crash AJ's broadcast just to remind everybody that we need to get your Regos done before 5 p.m. on Thursday. We are still about 50-odd drivers short. I'm getting very concerned that people will miss out, and I don't want any Season 22 drivers to miss out. So have a look at the entry list, have a look for your teammates, get in there and make sure that you've got them accounted for. And also, if you get a chance, have a look at the wait list. And if you do have any teammates on that haven't acknowledged that they're still keen for Season 23, get onto them as well, because it's all going to happen very, very quickly later this week. Over to you, AJ.
Yeah. I was going to bring the results up really cleverly right then, and now they won't appear for me.
So anyway, congratulations, Matty, for your first win of the season. You must be really excited about that.
Yeah, no, it was
congratulations, Andrew, on a great drive in P2.
Thanks, yeah, Andrew. Yeah.
Matty, thoughts?
Well, obviously, always like coming to Sandown, so hopefully we can continue that into next week. Hill Island, that's a track I like also. But it was good. Always good racing, so thank you, Carlos.
Just a question, Matty. Like you've raced here in real life and you've raced here in the sim. How does it compare?
Obviously simulation, because we can't call it a game, but the
yes, we
simulation
can.
Don't call it a game.
No, I didn't. I said we can't call it a game. We'll get a rear grid next week for that. I mean, it's you can only get it so close, obviously, but yeah, I think with the way the Gen 3 cars drive and that, it's sort of, I think, much more close than what we have with Gen 2 if you've been on the track and done it in the real world. So I think they've hit the nail on the head. It's pretty good. So but everything you can do in the sim strategy, whatever, it's safe as a real world. So in that respect, it's really good. Worked out well.
Yeah, I did.
Since you're there, you want to thank anyone?
Yeah, why not? obviously everyone at the league, so race control admin, the sponsors, RaceKraft, Nova Supersports, Logitech G, Parramatta Isuzu and Macca, thank you. Player One, Chubby Buns, Sud Speed, LGC Images. Obviously AJ for doing the broadcast, or all the broadcasters for all the splits, obviously. And everyone at Fishy, West End Motor Group, Infinity Designs, DC Shades, Whittaker Electrical Service, and Battery Warehouse, Arley Beach. And also a special thank you to Paul Warwick, obviously one of the split drivers that you guys would know. Did a lot of race runs through the week, so just a big thank you to him. So pushed me a little bit and just got me consistency back. So thank you, Patch.
It's well done.
Yeah, cheers.
No,
well done with the win.
Thank you.
Have we got any thoughts for driver of the day, guys?
Well, do we want to let Mr. P2 have a bit of a chat?
I was going to say, Mr. P2's here, AJ.
Is he?
Yeah. Do
He
that too,
certainly
then.
is.
Hitting here quietly. How are you all?
Yep.
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, well done, Andrew.
Good race.
Thanks. Yeah, big congrats to Matt on the win.
Yeah,
Great
thanks,
ride.
mate.
I knew that you'd pitted on the second safety car. The tyres were quite a lot fresher than mine. But was it the first one or the second one? I can't remember. I think yours were like 16 laps newer, fresher than mine.
I managed just to time it spot on with both the safety cars. So basically, as soon as they were called, I was in pretty much that lap. So
yeah, I pitted early only to get away from people. I knew I was slightly quicker then, but just couldn't get past. And then only a couple laps later, the first safety car came out. So I thought, bugger it, I'll pit again because I wasn't sure if another one was going to come out.
yeah,
So yeah, it's a bit of a gamble, but seemed to half pay off, I think. So
yeah, we're actually talking about pit strategy before the race in Discord, and I was actually going to pit early and do that strategy. Probably good that we didn't, but
I never have a strategy, to be honest. I just play it by ear.
yeah,
I don't run any overlays or anything, so I just let the iRacing black box take care of it all.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it was
no,
fun.
P2 is still not a bad result. So well done.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you.
Do you want to thank anyone, Andrew?
P3. Yeah, absolutely. Once again, same as what Matty said, big thanks to V8 Veterans League, John, yourself, and all the race controls and safety cars, and AJ, Zippy, Mark Doyle, everyone that does the broadcast. Big thank you to you guys.
And lovely Luke.
And lovely Luke. My apologies, Luke, sorry. But yeah, massive shout out to sponsors and partners of Team Apex. It's Pagnian Advanced Simulation, Next Level Racing, 5, Dubby, Fanatec, Razor, Stump Grinding Central Coast, Chubby Buns Burgers, and Project 45 Designs. And yeah, big thanks to Apex Esports League and all my teammates for all their support and pushing me to get seat time in the supercar. And yeah, I'm sort of kind of starting to gel with the Gen 3 now. I didn't like the Gen 2s. But yeah.
No, it's well done. Used to the Andrew and Matt, before next week comes up, next Thursday, I suppose you'll be sort of like spending most nights wondering why Australia has more camels than Egypt, wouldn't you?
Those Afghans, I tell you.
It's a question that's on all our minds, isn't it, Zippy?
Well, it should be. It will be now.
You been to the back of Burke Museum, Zippy?
What's the answer? I need to know. Otherwise, I'm going to sleep tonight.
It is true. We have more camels than Egypt.
Correct.
So it's just a fact that you can sort of wonder, be amazed all week until next Thursday.
Yes, I'll certainly be thinking about that. Not
one hump or two.
Usually two's better, isn't it, John?
I'm only good for one.
That's a good one, though, I've heard.
Best 50 seconds she's ever had.
See,
Oh dear.
You spend too much time with your testosterone on your mullet. That's the problem, Zippy.
Special mention to Brenton O'Brien for coming third. Once again, he's having a cracker of a season, and he's right in the hunt.
Brenton would like to thank, of course, Logitech G.
Yeah, definitely. That'd probably be most thing, wouldn't he? Logitech G.
Oh, absolutely, and he's very proud and very, very honoured to have gotten Drive of the Day twice this season.
Yes, that's another question we have to come up with.
Speaking of which, I'm going to put Todd Martin in the works because he's up 23 spots.
I'm thinking, I'll throw two names in the mix. They're both up 13 and 12. Crash Clark, but we can brush over that. But I'm going to throw a bit more weight behind the OG, Craig Healy.
Yep, same.
Yeah, I'm going to make it very controversial here because I'm going to go for Matthew Monday because he's his first win for the season.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I've got to be honest.
Andrew, you're going to have to make a decision. You can go for your own one like John always does, or you can go for something else.
I don't go for any. I usually sit there and let everyone else make decisions.
That's why I'm sitting back quietly.
Subliminal messaging for your whole your broadcast, John. I hear it. Subliminal messaging.
Craig Healy up 13.
Yeah.
Pitted on 15.
I think Craig. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go Craig.
Go the OG.
Yep.
I try to fight for you, Matt. I appreciate
it.
There was something fishy about that, though.
Oh,
big fishy.
So, any truth to the rumor that Rob Baxter's been talking to Fishy, Matty?
Would you like me to play along with you, John? I can't confirm or deny those allegations. I don't think we've got any room. There's only so much in Discord.
Tell me about in Vets. We've now down to 3 different channels. Sorry, 3 different categories for running everyone's voice channels.
Well, I tell you what, I was in. When you look on Discord, there's a room there that says something chat room, like paddock chat, and you always see Rob Baxter in there. One time it's Shane Patterson, and today it was Hoffy.
Yes, yeah, talking to him now as well.
Yeah, it's all happening.
It's all happening. Anyway, congratulations to Healy. Congratulations to Craig on Drive of the Day too.
Yeah.
So Zippy, I heard you're going to Infinity. That's what I heard.
Where am I going?
Infinity.
Oh yes.
And beyond.
That's it. Yeah, we're having a driver exchange.
Oh, the old swap over.
A little, we're throwing the keys in the bowl.
Hello.
It's not a prisoner exchange.
Gunter is there.
Look, yeah, it's sort of like gets very interesting because you want to see find out who's going where and who's going where. It's quite interesting when you see the start of the season and you hear this and that.
Actually, I think just a shout out to Pete Baxter. I think there could be room there at BAR. Ooh. I have heard the rumour.
Ooh. Elaborate.
Well, I mean, with Roy being as slow as he is, Pete will be on his heels real soon, so you need someone to guide him through.
Ooh, interesting.
Andrew?
Yes.
Have you got the update of points?
I'm just going to try that now. Hang on.
But can we
get
read
rid of the driver of the day? Well done to Craig.
Hey, Jay, can you make sure that upside down pineapple gets put on Zippy's car like it should be?
Leave my.
I reckon, guys, we should go to a recount on the Dodd because I reckon Brett's got a good idea in the chat there.
Yeah. So, well, like I said, I tried to fight for you.
I know, I appreciate it.
But John turned around and convinced Andrew to move it.
You know, John is Mr. V8 Vets, yeah.
The V8 Vets.
He is V8 Vets.
I've been called a lot of things, Matty, but I've never been called that.
But this is what we should do. We should get a couple of blokes together and make a nude calendar.
That's it. That's it. Back to split
As long
four
as we
room
haven't
with
got
you.
an age championship in
Here's
that,
Zippy.
we'll have to go for the 40-year-old.
That's better. Put Zippy back in the split four room. It's much better when he's down there.
Actually, you could raise some money for the.
Yeah, we
No,
could
Zippy, you
raise
can't come back. Off you go.
Righto, so that's where we're at.
Can you get me kicked?
Hey,
There we go.
points there.
It's all right.
Drag the screen across. Where are we? That's the wrong spreadsheet, I think, Andrew.
Yeah, that's not updated.
That's the one. Andrew Rushworth. Ooh, interesting.
Play nice, Zippy. I'll let you stay.
Yeah, so there's only 8 points in it.
Oh, I'll tell you what, and of course, these boys have got to remember this too, that the manager of motorsport at Phillip Island is, drum roll, the man sitting in P2. He knows every bump, nook and cranny of that circuit. Andrew is going to have to drive the wheels off that Apex League car, I think.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, my early money's on Matty because, like I said, I've seen him set some awesome times. So, Andrew, you're going to have to do a lot of practice to get their times down.
I'll tell you what.
I'm open to payments, so as long as I finish in front of Roy, I'm happy man.
Actually, no, I was going to say, Matty, can you throw that so that Roy can jump you and we can get rid of him out of split 3 altogether? You can go up to split 2 again.
Yeah.
So this is the points after 2 drop rounds.
I'll see what I can do.
Just looking at that, though, I'm starting to think it's not Shervo. I'm starting to think it's Chaston who's driving. Definitely not Clark to be sitting in P6, 1 point behind the promotion zone.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's 6 go up at this point, John. Might change. We'll see where Roy ends up.
Absolutely. Could change.
Yeah.
Watch this space.
It's got, like I said, it's going to be bloody interesting because Phillip Island's a track that you can slide off and go off track, hit a wall, do lots of damage. Plus, it's not a drop round, so it's anyone's race.
So easy to pinch a brake in the hard braking zones and not make the corner.
The only thing I will say is be mindful of if Mr. Minogue, O'Brien, or Rushworth are in your mirrors that you do not want to be affecting that championship. That's all I'll say.
Nobody wants that.
It will be a battle, and I know O'Brien's got his tail up. He is excited for the challenge of what's going to be an epic battle to finish the season off. I think he is definitely going to bring his A game.
Well, you're looking at the stats, and he's Mr. Consistent. He hasn't won a race, but he's always been up there for every race, and just accumulating the points and doing a great job.
And don't forget too, he's the strategy brain behind ERT. Like the ERT drivers do really well in various events, and the man and the myth, the legend, calling all the shots in the background is O'Brien. He has managed the likes of Ethan Grigg-Galt. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. It's just an old body trying to steer a car around the track in split 3 that's keeping him in split 3 at the moment.
I think one thing we should just quickly make mention of too, John, while I look at this, is look at the bottom of that list. We'll have to make some management calls under who goes down because there's some drivers that haven't been able to race for various reasons.
Blackie will stay. Daniel Norris.
I can give you a list.
We'll have to see. It depends on
to be honest, everybody who's watching, to be honest, everyone who's watching as well, don't forget when we look at these points here and we say we're going to take the best 8 races, somebody like Wade Reynolds may have only done 5 races and got 160 points for each of his 5 races or 4 races, and we average that out so he gets his 8 races. So don't be surprised if you are sitting in 5th thinking that you've got this in the bag and all of a sudden you get shuffled out because there is a big name driver sitting further down in the order that's only done 6 or so races. So just be conscious of that.
That's the only fair way to do it, though, isn't it? Otherwise, you end up with a guy that's only done 4 races this season, but he's twice as fast as the rest of the field.
So all I'm saying is don't expect the bottom 5 to automatically just drop down. We'll have to make some calls.
Yeah.
The top 5 or 6 or whatever the thing is, it's just a guideline, really, isn't it?
Yeah. And at this stage, whatever number we pick will be locked in. I think we wrote 5 in the regs, but whatever number is locked in this time. There is no 10 guys came in to split 1, so nobody goes up. we are locking in promotions.
So when you have a
I think it's-
dispute between two drivers, do you play rock paper scissors?
Knife fight in the car park.
Whoever pays
I
the most.
thought that's when the bribes came in.
And if they called it a game, they're in big trouble.
That's right. I am open to lunch bags.
So BG86, the splits generally, it's the best 6 finishes the driver has counts.
Yeah. So Bruce, if you roll in, mate, you will start off with pre-qual, and depending on how you perform in pre-qual, we'll drop you on a split. And then after that, if you finish in the top 5 or whatever we determine as the magic number, you'll go up. Wherever you finish down towards the back of that split, you may get relegated downwards. That's pretty much how it works.
But what really determines the split movement, to be honest, is the number of people that re-sign up from each split, because that creates gaps that we don't know about until we get all the entries in.
Mm.
Yeah, it's definitely. I think I said it at the time, but it's a process that's going to take 2 or 3 seasons to actually smooth itself out, and even then there'll be things that change around. Some people were a lot busier in the summer than they are in the winter, and that sort of thing. So,
And there'll be 7 splits.
How many?
There'll be 7 splits by then.
I don't think there will be.
John's just had a coronary heart
John
attack.
said he was out of here for the 5.
Anyway, Andrew and Matt, what are you thinking about Phillip Island? You looking forward to it?
You go first, Matt.
Yeah. I like I said, it's one of my favourite tracks. So we'll just circulate and try and keep it consistent. And I dare say we're going to have some tyre deg compared to Sandown. So that'll be something to manage. And like you were saying before, there's a lot of chance for cars to be running off and getting damaged and whatever. So
my biggest interest was doing laps today, and I don't think Luke was as bad as me, but I was finding that the tyres after one lap was really starting to break away.
Tire deg's massive, particularly the officials. When it was a hot track, it was like 5 laps and they were gone.
Yeah, but
crank it.
Zippy, you've got to take your foot off.
Here we go.
You got to take your foot off the brake when you're going down the straight.
So
That might improve your tyre dig for you.
And I think I did see his handbrake still on too, John, at one stage.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. And his handbag probably been.
Oh!
Yeah, that would have been way in the back of the car there.
It's not full of sand. Andrew, what do you think?
Yeah, again,
I've got no opinion.
No, other Andrew.
Yeah, I was going to say me, but anyway.
Yeah, go on.
I absolutely love Phillip Island, to be honest. Yeah, probably one of my favourite tracks. And I agree with Matt. Tyre deg is pretty bad. And being a 300k race, it's going to be, very, very difficult. But I think whoever manages to take the championship this season has definitely earned it. So best of luck to Brenton, Brian, Michael, and I'm sure Matt's even still in the hunt.
Yeah.
Probably mathematically, if something has an off, and I know the first 4 in the championship put in the wall and retire. That'd be nice.
If we all fight hard and we're all around each other and we take each other out and hit the wall too hard, you never know.
I think there's also, in everyone's thoughts, it is the last round, and there is high stakes for everyone, whether you're 10th or first in the championship or last, because one mistake can end it for everyone else as well. So I think that's probably going to be come into it at some stage as well.
Yeah, I may be currently in P1 of the championship, but if I don't win it next week, I'm still extremely happy with how I've raced this season. So learnt a lot in the Gen 3s and learned a lot more racecraft, and it's been epic. I look forward to season 23.
As someone that's come into the last round being a contender a few seasons ago, I can honestly tell you the nerves will get you during the week. You'll try and calm down as much as you can, but they'll start all the voices will start getting into your head, and don't do what I do and what I did,
Call it a
and
game.
go into the pit and get caught for speeding.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely practicing everything. So yeah, I'll be an absolute wreck Thursday night with the nerves, to be honest. But here's what it is. Just gonna run my race and try and forget about the championship side of it and just have fun. That's all I'm there for.
Yeah. Well, we all wish you well. So that's
Thank you.
probably means not too
some of us
much, but we do wish you well, and we look forward to the race on Thursday and obviously the broadcast on Saturday to see who is the winner for season 22.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that Clarkie can pull his finger out and we can have another good battle like we did
I don't know.
back
Do you
in
want to be?
season
I don't
19.
like the chances of that.
Do you want to be around? Do you want to be around Crash when it matters?
I do personally. I actually really enjoy racing with him. I don't know
You've
why.
got issues, Andrew.
I'm just winding him up.
I knew there was something wrong with him.
Yeah, I'm a bit twisted, so
Righto, guys. Well, I think I will break to an ad, but we've got, of course, Hamish and Scott coming up with the Split 2 broadcast, so get into that. And we will see you all next week for the big finale.
Thanks, AJ. All right, Mr. Dial, let's jump on the Uber
Thanks,
and head
AJ.
down to Sandown.
Thanks, AJ, and another great job, mate. Keep it up.
No worries. Thanks, mate.
Yeah. Well done, AJ.
Great job for another season.
Love you, Luke.
massive thank you, John, for an awesome season. This has been great.
Good. Glad everyone's enjoying it.